All right, recording has started. So if you know that somebody has me for geometry and wasn't able to join us, or you missed something that I said, I will upload this by the end of the day, hopefully, and be able to get back so you guys can access it. So, all right, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everybody's doing okay and has gotten all nice and rested and everyone's healthy and is staying a reasonable distance away from each other. So this is not how we thought we were gonna start or end the year, right? You are learning with me and with all of your teachers, and we all are coming in at a different technology level of uh, comfortableness, I guess I should say. And so I don't, I'm not afraid of looking like an idiot. Some of your teachers might be, and so just be nice to them. All right, they're stressed. It's like we were told, at the last minute, like, oh, by the way, you have 2 days to learn how to use all this stuff. And so, if you are joining us again, I'm going to mute everybody so that we just don't have everybody's background noise. But if there's something that you do have a question on, feel free to unmute yourself and then just mute yourself back after your question. And again, go to the left-hand screen, and if you have the capability in your computer to have the video, to hit start video so that we can see you, okay? It's not gonna record anything. You don't have an option to change that. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. Also, one thing that you can do, when I share my screen, you're gonna see my computer screen. There's certain things you won't be able to see, so if it looks like I'm struggling with something, I probably am, and you just can't see what I'm struggling with, because like some of the controls pop up and I can't move them around. But you have the option of changing how you see me and others. Like right now, I'm seeing you in a big grid. If you're seeing us as like a big strip, in the top right corner, you can see speaker view versus, oops, speaker view versus gallery view. Gallery view is where you can kind of see everybody. Also, one nice thing that you can do is go down to chats and participants. Participants, you're going to be able to see other people on there. I have made it, at least I think I've made it, so you're not going to be able to chat back and forth with someone privately. Just know that if you're chatting with it, I think you can choose to just chat with me or with other people or with the whole group. And then when that happens, your right-hand screen, as soon as you'll see it in your right-hand screen, as soon as I share my screen with you, though, it's going to go full screen. I would exit out of that if I were you. It'll automatically do that. You just have to go up and hit exit full screen on the top right corner. But because what that does is it kind of changes how you see chat and the list of participants. And so it'll lump it all together right now, but if you're not in full screen, then, or if you're in full screen, it won't lump it all together. So I'm going to share my screen. You guys are going to see my desktop, which is a mess, and so don't judge. It's kind of like my desk at work, so which ironically I got super organized while you guys were gone, and then that didn't happen. So okay, welcome. I'm gonna play from the start here. So some of this stuff is going to apply to you. Some of it only applies to my certain classes, so it might not be relevant. But today we're going to talk about just tools, structure of the class. It's going to change a lot. Assignments, grading. So I'm sure if you've got a question, everybody else has got a question as well. So if I don't specify something, let me know. I'm in the process of compiling. If you go to Canvas right now, your home screen has changed. It used to look like, it used to open up with all the modules. Now I've got it linked to a different kind of home page, and through that, and I'll go there here in a second and show you what it looks like, but through there, I will link in there every week's agenda. And so that, like I said, I will get to that and just how this is going to look. So, all right, they have given us the structure of, and every teacher is going to do this a little bit differently, but they want us to spend no more than, and this includes assignments and time spent like on videos and lessons and everything like that, no, like around 30 minutes a day per class. Okay, so that, you can do the math with me, right? That's 2.5 hours per class per week for 5 days, right? So if we do half an hour a day for 5 days. So the way I'm structuring geometry for us is that at the beginning of every, well, today is, imagine like a Monday, okay? So today is day 1 of the week. That means your Friday would be next Tuesday, basically. Like you're going to get a 7-day span, including starting today. Assignments, I will give out all 2.5 hours worth of stuff to do. That includes any videos you watch, any notes you take, any assignments that you do, any quizzes that you take. Okay, 2.5 hours worth of stuff at the beginning. So every Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm sorry, you will get a new week worth of stuff, tasks to get done by the following Tuesday. When you do them is up to you. You want to, get them all out of the way Tuesday or Wednesday when I post them, then you're good to go. If you want to wait until, Monday at 10 o'clock, just know that Monday, or I'm sorry, Tuesday at 11:59, things will get cut off for you. Okay, so I'm hoping that some of you are going to really like that feature. Like I said, this is probably one of the few times we are going to meet as a group, as a whole class. When I have office hours listed, and if you go to, I'm going to get into Canvas. Okay, this is what your home screen should look something like. It might look a little different because of student view, but I've got my office hours listed for geometry. This is not when we are meeting every day. You do not have to be here for an hour and a half every Monday and Wednesday and another hour on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I want you to think of these office hours, like flex time during advisory. I'm in my classroom, my Zoom meeting, okay? You can come and go as you want, and you know that during those times, my time is dedicated to helping you with geometry questions. So you might come in, and there might be all 40 of us. I'm hoping that that is not the case. You might come in, and I might just be here flying solo, okay? You might come in, and there might be 10 people. And so we just have to kind of manage that, how it goes. But just know that the reason I set, like you'll see on Monday and Wednesdays, you guys have a longer time than you do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So for my geometry classes, you guys are due, because all the geometry teachers are trying to do it the same way. Everybody wanted everything due on a Tuesday. That means you have a longer office hour on Monday, so that if you have questions, you can reach me for sure a longer period of time Monday morning. They have a longer period on Thursday because everything for them is due every Friday. That doesn't mean that, like you'll see then 10:15 to 11:15, if there's something going on a Monday or Wednesday and you need my help and I have office hours, but maybe it's for a different class, then, get a hold of me. Send me an email, send me a text. You guys, a lot of you know how to get a hold of me, and I'll give you the code to get in. Okay, so it's not like you can't access me during those other times. It's just you're gonna have to let me know. It won't just be open. But that ID that you guys put in right today to get in here I should keep that the same. I haven't decided if I want to combine all the classes into one, but for right now, as long as you put that in, it'll work. Like I set it as a recurring thing, so you can't get in there. Nobody can get in there unless I'm in the meeting as I'm the host. But as soon as I get in, then it'll link you into the meeting. All right, into the office hour. Okay, I'm gonna stop for right now. And does anybody have any questions? Unmute yourself. Questions about office hours? And if you think of something, then by all means, we will come back. Okay, so assignments and activities. Like I said, I'm compiling all the stuff that I'm about to, you know, tell you about. I'm compiling a list of. There should be a link. Right now you click on it, there's nothing there. It's in process. It's like I just haven't published it yet because there's a lot of stuff. As you can imagine, there's a lot of, well, what if this is what happens when we don't have all the same device and the same access, right? So everybody has a different device, and so it's like, well, what if I can't download? How do I save a file and upload it? What if, what if? So I'm trying to get answers to all the what ifs, and then I'll post that. And I might end up having to, refresh that quite a bit. But so I'm hoping to have a nice handle on that by tomorrow. But just know that that'll be there. Instead of having unit tests, unit assessments, big ones, we are going to end up taking weekly quizzes. Those will average out to what the tests were. Okay, so all of the quizzes are going to be done electronically. We are trying to minimize all like the hard copy of anything that anybody has to take. And so the assignments, I'm also most of the assignments are going to be that you would submit back to me. A lot of them are going to be on the Big Ideas site. And so if you were with me those first couple days, you already have an account, we signed up for it, and then we did nothing with it. Whether or not you realize it, I get all those exercises. It'll say, 9.3 exercises, and it looks like we literally copy and pasted because it'll be 3, 7, and then it'll jump to 12. And those are from your book, from a textbook that we got those from. And so the thing that is going to change is when you now go to do those exercises, you're going to have to log into the Big Ideas site, and you are going to enter those into that site digitally. So that'll be something that you will get assigned on a Wednesday. Again, it'll be due the following Tuesday. And then what will happen is, what I like about the Big Ideas, you're going to get a grade based on completion of it. I have set it right now so that you have an option to check your answers on the exercises, any of these assignments that you get. And when you go to check your answers, it'll have like a big red X or a green, yay, you're good to go. And what's cool about it, and I'll get in there in a second, I'll show you that, let's say you missed it, it'll link you directly to video tutorials from the site on problems similar to the one that you missed. So hopefully you can get instant feedback right away and you don't have to wait around for me. So I'm liking what they have to offer, and I'll walk through that in a little bit. There's also one other thing that I'm going to ask of you guys to do as far as grades go, and that's something new, is that I'm going to ask that you do a weekly check-in with me. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have to have a one-on-one conference with me. That's not what that means. But it does mean, and I'll go over this again, but things that count for that is submitting and doing all of the tasks. That would count as a weekly check-in. Coming into the conference or the help sessions during my office hours, that would count. Texting, any kind of communication, emailing, any of those things would count as a check-in. So I might require a check-in of you if you're not passing the quizzes. Okay, that might be something. So just know that those check-ins are going to be something that I ask of you. Okay, some of the tools that you're going to use. If you're on here, Zoom. If you are having trouble with Zoom because you're watching this as a video, get a hold of me or somebody, because you need to get that. You do not have to have the app downloaded for that. There is an app on your phone I know you can get. I haven't used it, but you can actually have your teacher set it so that it just opens it in a web browser, but they have to go in and manually set it so that like you can just join and you don't have to have the app. So if that's an issue for you, talk to me and I can talk to the teachers for you. Canvas, you guys are familiar with accessing files. you know, because I've uploaded keys and things like that. From now, we are going to have all your weekly quizzes will be done through Canvas. They're not going to be done through Big Ideas. They're going to be done through Canvas. So there's 2 platforms, unfortunately, that we are going to do these through. The reason that we're doing quizzes through Canvas is that you're not going to get a chance to, you'll get instant feedback on whether or not you got them right or wrong. And you can retake those, but they're going to be different versions. We didn't have as much, when we were creating them, as much freedom to edit them in the book. So that's why, and there was a lot more of like not having the right software on everybody's tablet or device in order to do the assessment piece of it. Okay, Big Ideas. Like I said, if you were with me at the beginning of the year, you already have you probably already enrolled in this and we just didn't do anything with it. Know that if you enrolled in it and you can't remember your username or your password, I'm sorry, your password, as I uploaded all your usernames, I can't see your passwords. I can't reset your passwords for you. You have to request that, and it goes to the teacher that you set the account up with. Well, if it was with me at the beginning of the year, great. But if it was with your Algebra 1 teacher last year, not great, because they're not going to know to go check it. So we might just have to make an account that doesn't have, like, that uses a different student ID, and you and I can work through that individually. A couple things on calculators. There's a calculator built into the Big Ideas site. So when you go to do problems in there for your homework, Desmos is the calculator that you'll see. I know, you know, a lot of you are using those yellow calculators. These 2 options here are things that I would look into if I were you. If this is a good calculator for your phone that resembles a graphing calculator that you'll use next year in Algebra 2. It's not the Texas Instrument brand, but it looks exactly like it, and I can't see much of a difference, and it's a phone one, so that's cool. It's free. The other thing that is kind of cool is those big Texas Instrument calculators. Since all this is going on, those are normally like, what, $100 at Walmart or whatever. Texas Instrument has made it free, so usually you might get a 7-day trial somewhere. They're letting us have a 6-month trial of the software that you can actually download onto your devices. So that means that you can have one of those calculators, those graphing calculators, for free for the next 6 months on your tablet or on your computer. I think that's kind of cool. And I'll show you that here. Actually, I'm going to get out. When you are, I will link this Texas Instrument thing in here, but oh, here, this is what the link will take you to, and the question is, then which one of these do you choose? You are going to want probably either this first one or this third one. The third one is the more expensive, fancy calculator that you will probably maybe not see. It's not, they're real thin, they're pretty cool. But the ones that we have at school, that your Algebra 2 friends, that if you have friends that are in Algebra 2 or your folks, like, these are the ones that we always used when I was in school. So this first one right here, the TI-84 Plus. All right. So where am I? I'm going to pause. You guys anybody have any questions? Unmute yourself.
What are we doing for finals?
Okay. We have not gotten a, this is like finals are a requirement or not. Now, if I had I'm torn on finals. The finals not going to look like it was first semester. I know that we've had a huge chunk of material that you're not going to have seen. So, and that you know, I don't know how many of you had the first half of your comp book is still maybe at school. I know that they're setting up something, I think Thursday. They should be in, if they haven't already been in contact with you, about times for you guys to go pick up materials and things that you might have left in your locker or something. So that being said, I still don't think it's super fair to give you a final on stuff that you might not have access to. So if they require a final though, and the rest of the geometry department decides to have a final, you know, it is stuff that we learned. It would be something that we would spend time reviewing, but we have 2 units left to do. Okay. One, we were halfway through. You guys took a quiz on it already, right? We started right triangles, and we talked about Pythagorean theorem and special right triangles, 45, 45, 90, those things. We're going to start with that actually tomorrow, and you'll have a shortened kind of a week that will end on next Tuesday. So it's a shortened thing that I'm going to ask for you to do. But this last unit that we're going to go over is over circles. Circles is big on the ACT. And so I would rather spend more time on things that you're going to see in the ACT and that you're going to need in Algebra 2 next year than worry about stuff that maybe you won't see again. I know that doesn't answer your question, Nate, but I will let you know as soon as they let us know and the department's kind of chosen. If you are on here, then you already are, we're probably okay on Zoom. We've already talked about kind of Zoom norms. I know some teachers are having some issues with it, but like I said, I will, if I change the meeting ID, I will send out an announcement on Canvas. Every day you need to go on Canvas. Okay, you need to start checking your school email address. And if you use a different email address, like I don't love using my school email address all the time either, but for school purposes, I've gotten used to getting in there. You can link, if you've got an iPhone, I know you can link everything into one account and check. I would just make sure that's how your teachers are going to start getting a hold of you, and they're going to assume that you're checking that and assuming you're checking Canvas. Those are 2 big things. All right. So that is, Canvas is your go-to, not big ideas. When I have something for you, I will post it in Canvas. So let me, I guess I do have, let me talk about Zoom here before I move on to Canvas. Your screen might look a little different than this because, like, since we made this on Monday, they've updated different things. So, but when I talk about starting and stopping video, this is, and it's going to be more important when it's, you know, only a few of us in the same, like maybe you're coming in and joining one of my one of my help sessions or whatever. Start your video so I can see you and we can see each other if you have the capability. And like I said, unmute and mute yourself. Chatting, if you've got questions, like actually right now, because I'm in full screen mode, I don't even see any of the chats. And so I won't see them until I get out of here. But that's what I'm saying. For right now, with this many people and I'm giving a presentation like this, unmute and mute is the best way to get, until I get in the hang of it, then that's the best way. All right, I just talked about that. Talked about this. Those office hours are come and go. Okay. If you don't need me that day, you don't need to come, and you don't need to come see me. Just like you wouldn't come see me during advisory. And you know, that will count. Coming and seeing me will count as a check-in, but that's not the only way that you get credit for checking in. I already talked about how, you know, Canvas is, imagine that's your new comp book, and that's or that's your notification system of what is going to be expected of you. So let me get out and walk you through what Canvas is going to look like. So right now, if you go to Canvas, this is what your home screen looks like. Today, after this is over with, I'm going to make this scavenger hunt available for you to take. Right now, it's not. If you clicked on it and it's not working, it's because it shouldn't be. But that'll be your first assignment. That will be open until Sunday, but you can take it as soon as we're done here at 11. Now, from then on, these weeks are going to have a link to them to what I want you to do. So today till next Tuesday, you're going to have, I'm going to link this and I'll show you kind of what it looks like on my end. It's a work in progress, which is why it's not linked to you right now. It will be available starting tomorrow, but it's kind of a shortened one. What am I doing? Oh yeah. It will link you to what you normally see or what you're used to being seen in the modules. This used to be our homepage, right? This is what you'll see starting tomorrow. You'll see a bunch of, and you know, the more we get into this, the less I will explain how things work. But
hey, can I interrupt you for just a second? I'm gonna get off. I just thought
okay.
I'd say hi to the geometry.
Yeah, okay. So let me exit. Are you on video yet?
No, I didn't yet.
It's Martini.
I know, but you know, I been up all night with the puppy, so I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been up all night.
Anyway, just want to say hi. I'm a retired math teacher, folks, and I'm going to be chiming in to help out whenever I can. And Ms. Ireton will probably explain to you some of that later, but just wanted to say hi.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Martini.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bye-bye. So for those of you who had Mr. Seeger, she's our new Mr. Seeger, but she's going to be with us helping out. So this is what you'll see. So you will have a list of tasks. I was attempting to try to make things as easy as I possibly could, but I know some of you have different, what's frustrating is some of you are going to be able to print, some of you aren't. Some of you can annotate and, you know, edit things on your tablets. Some of you don't know how to do that. Some of you can do that and just don't know how to yet. So I'm trying, like, the school is making, a bunch of different teachers are making how-to videos on a lot of things. So I will also have those linked into that frequently asked questions that I'm kind of, like I said, trying to compile a list of. So here's the deal. This is everything. You'll get this access to this tomorrow, and everything will be due on Tuesday. You have 4 tasks due by next Tuesday, 2 of which you don't actually ever submit back to me. Okay, because 2 of which, one of is a video, watching a video and taking notes over that video. Here's the video. This is actually done by Ms. Radke's student teacher, so it's, you know, we're not all doing the same exact problems, but the actual foldable is linked in here. Now, if you can't get in and print this off, that is okay. You can either recreate the foldable itself, or you can get in and just take notes. If you're looking at this, let me open this up so you can see what it looks like. Okay, once the her student teacher starts going over this, you could completely make this into a bulleted list of topics. Okay, how to find the altitude of right triangles. Okay, well, that would be my first bullet. I, you know, tab over and start taking notes of the example that they have in the notes. So just know that I realize there are some apps that are pretty cool out there, and like, if you have Adobe, if you open any PDF in Adobe Reader DC, and I will link a video on how to do that, you can get in and edit those, save them to your device, and then you have them electronically at least. There's just so much of, like, it depends on what your device knows and how comfortable you are with it. Let me get back into Canvas. Okay, so that's one task. Okay, you don't, and on these, you will always see this red, what and how to submit for a grade from this first task. I've said nothing. These are for your notes to use on the weekly quizzes and practice problems. You don't turn this back into me, okay? Geometric mean, these are 3 problems that you'll have a link in here for, that again opens up as a PDF. If you can't print it, you can easily copy the questions and just have them for your notes. I'm putting this task on you. Like, you have to ask yourself, oh, I got the video from the first examples, I'm cool, and I want to try them on my own, and I just want to check against a key. There's also another video to watch for this. So if you want to watch the video and actually see somebody working it out, cool. Again, how do I submit it? You don't. Those are for you to have in your notes. Those are like what we would take in class. third task. Here's where we start you having to start doing, like giving me stuff back. This is one of those maze pages. You're going to open it up. It'll be a PDF. If you cannot print that, you guys know as well as I am, those PDF, those mazes are just, I could just as easily take a piece of notebook paper and copy the questions down. Okay. So if that's what you're doing, or you're taking a hard copy of it, I do not want those submitted. You're going to submit those via Canvas, and I'm going to create an assignment for it that you'll upload a file, your file into. But the only way I will accept those is if they are back into a PDF. So here's an important note, and I will again put this into the facts. There's an app you can get on your phone called Genius Scan. And I will link that. Actually, it is linked. It'll take you to this site. If you scroll all the way down, it's got how to download it in the app or Google Play or the Apple Store. So what's cool about this, you can take pictures of 10 pages of notes to me or whatever it is you're trying to send me, and it will compile it into one PDF. So however it started, as a JPEG, as a PNG file, as a, I don't want to run into 15 different formats of a picture that I can't open on my device. I want you guys to get credit for it. So what that does is it makes it into a PDF, one file, multiple pictures. That's what you upload. And again, I will have a explanation of how to do that, but Genius Scan it's a free one. It's the best one that I found. Okay, so that's one of your tasks. The other one is your daily, like your exercises for that section. Here's where you would go to big ideas, the practice problems. Okay, this is something that I created like a dummy student account. My first name is Miss, my last name is Ireton. Okay, so I assigned this to myself. So when you get into big ideas, first off, when you first log in, you're going to see this. Not Algebra 2, but it'll be geometry. Okay. So, quick overview. There's a lot of stuff that this thing does, but here's what we're going to use the most of. The dynamic ebook will open up a new tab. You will only have the option to click geometry. The entire book will pop open. It will read some things to you, I believe. But we are going back into chapter 9. We did 9.1 and 9.2. 9.3 is what we're starting tomorrow. And again, you're going to just watch videos of me filling out, or of Ms. Radke, student teacher, filling out notes. We're not meeting again for you to take notes. Those are you watching the videos. But here's some extra examples. You don't really have to come to this book, but if you need some extra examples, here's where you'll see those. You can annotate things in this book. So you can drag anywhere.
Use dynamic geometry software to construct right triangle ABC as shown. Draw segment CD so that it is an altitude from the right angle to the hypotenuse of triangle ABC.
Okay, cool. Another thing you can do is I could add a note somewhere. Yada, yada, yada. And a note will pop up. I can go in, I can annotate right over here. I can write. So if you have an iPad open, you can do it that way. You can take a highlighter. So obviously I'm rushing through this, but you can save that to this page, and then the next time you open it up, you will have that. All right.
Miss Ireton?
So, yes.
I don't know if it is like this for anybody else on Canvas, but yesterday when you had us trying to log in to do like Big Ideas Math, you said like follow the instructions below to like create an account.
Have you had issues?
But the instructions never popped up.
Right. Okay. So I'm thinking it might be. I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen before, but it looks like somebody embedded a picture, and maybe whatever device you're looking at doesn't have the right plug-in, is what they call it, right? Like it looks like a little picture in the corner or something. I'm thinking that's what happened, because you're not the only one that ran into that. I will put the code. I'll try to put it in there in a different way. Like I'll just type it in so that you can see it.
Yeah, because I just need to know how to like create the username and the password again.
Yeah,
because I had an account, but I forgot all of my.
Okay. Yeah, and if you had one with Miss Radke or Miss Heller or somebody else, you still need to put in my code to get linked to my classroom. So yeah, I'll just go in and type that. I'm not done today until about 3 o'clock, so you guys got to give me a few hours after this, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I go back to back here. So oh, apps. Here's links to apps. You can get this on your phone. This math videos, the tutorial videos, this one's a good one to have. I haven't found this to be helpful, this last one. It's supposed to have the solutions worked out for all the odd numbers that I assign you. Well, it's there's no option, there's no answers when I do it. Here's where you're going to come for assignments. That tab up here, when I open up an assignment, you will see this. And I started it, but here's some, you'll see, it'll take a little second to get loaded, and then you're gonna yours will be started. You go back and forth in between questions this way. So these look just like those ones that we normally see in like the hard copy of, right? However, let's say I enter an answer. So when I click in that box, if I need to enter something as a fraction, I have that option. If I need to put an exponent, that's when you see those options. You can also change from basic to the actual keyboard if you're just trying to get a number or a letter. You click out of there, it goes away. Here's the calculator, this option down here. And also check your answer. So let's say I put in 5. You can also just type in on your actual keyboard. So I put in 5. Check answer down here. Oh, I did not get that correct. So now, sorry, this is one of those things you guys don't see that I'm having issues here. You should have an option. Dang it. There we go. Check answer out where it says need help. This now, if I hit watch video, it's going to link me to a video that's very similar to this one. Not the exact one, but now I can.
A roof has a cross section that is a right triangle.
I can watch a video of something that'll help me with that. Okay, and this review the lesson will open up the book as a PDF to the section that you're in. So there's that's what I like about doing this in this way, as opposed to doing it and submitting it as a PDF back to me. Like, you're going to get instant feedback on this. And some of these questions have live tutors that are linked to them. And I don't know how that's changed ever since whatever, this has been going on, but that might also be an option that pops up here. Okay, really important. I know this is going long. There's a lot of info, but when you are ready when you're done working on whatever problems, you have to come up to your name, and you either choose any of the following. You could just save it, save and exit. That'll get you out. When you are ready to submit it to me, and you can enter, another answer and check a different answer. I have that set to unlimited. If you don't ever get it right and you're just done, I will see that, and that's something you and I could go over in the help room But you need to submit that in order for me to see that. Once you submit it, you can't go back and change your answers. But that's how you get credit for doing it. Okay? All right. You guys are doing awesome. I know this is long. I don't want this to last longer than an hour, so that's why we're kind of rushing through this. We've already talked about this. Oh, here's the codes. Ellie. For those of you, I'm gonna leave this up here for a second.
I took a picture of it.
Okay, cool. So if anybody needs it, so you don't have to worry about the algebra 2, just the geometry. Anybody else need it?
So you don't need to like create an account, you just put in an access code?
You do, or create an account. We see where it'll say new to big ideas. Like when you click the link, it'll automatically think that you're trying to log in. But you need to click up here where it says new to big ideas and then put in your access code. Then next we'll have you create a new account.
Okay.
When you get to...
So if we were already in your class, we already did this?
You're good.
All right.
If you were already in my class, I asked you, and if you follow directions, because I can't see your passwords. But if you follow directions at the beginning of the year, then you should have created your password to be the capital first letter of your first name, lowercase first letter of your last name. So like I'm Kelly Ireton. So the first things would be big K, little I. Then your 6-digit birthday, which yes, mine is this upcoming Saturday. And then the slash. Here's where we were running into problems. So if you are new, if it says you already exist or something and you don't remember, it's probably because it's linked to your ID. We can create a dummy account. You're just gonna have to make up like a different student ID. And what I've been telling people is just put your hour and last name. If your real student ID isn't working, that's what you would do. Write your username down. Write your password down somewhere so you know you have it. It should look like this once you enroll. So I don't, like I said, it doesn't give me your passwords. I can't reset your passwords for you, but there's an option for you to ask your teacher to reset it. Let me know if you need me to do that, then I get an email and I'll email it to you. We already went through this.
Miss Ireton?
Yes.
So if I have one from first semester, would that carry over?
Okay, you're going to have the same account, but you still need, when you get into your account, log in, there's an option where your name is in the top right corner that'll say add a class. You need that access code then to be linked to me. Does that make sense? If you don't use that access code, then you're going to still be linked to Miss Radke.
I'm going to take it.
Or Heller. Yeah, whoever you were with.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. You guys are doing awesome. Kind of skipping through. Some of this doesn't apply to you. Okay, so I already talked to you about files uploading, PDFs, using Genius Scan. We are going to also always have a weekly quiz, and that will always be on Canvas. Again, that was because we can't edit the ones in Big Ideas. We can only use what's assigned, and we can choose which ones are in there, but I can't go in and edit the questions themselves. So Canvas, we can make our own questions. But you will have a weekly quiz. That will be graded for accuracy, and you will get feedback instantly on accuracy. But you know, it's like obviously you're going to be able to use your notes. You're going to be able to use all your resources. That's why even though you might not turn your notes back into me, it's important that you have them in front of you, okay? Then those weekly check-ins I was telling you about, that's a new grade you're going to get. That's just like kind of your attendance, okay? We're giving you a big responsibility. This is how college students take a lot of classes. Okay, big responsibility comes with, what is the saying? Big responsibility? No. What does Spider-Man say? Whatever. So either doing all of the tasks that are assigned to you. And when I say successfully, I mean, you're not just clicking through the assignments and, you know, hitting enter. Like, I can tell how long you've done it. I can tell how long you've tried. Braden, I just watched all of that documentary yesterday, and it was hilarious and crazy. Sorry, I can see your background and Tiger King. So that would count. And when I say keep your engagement, you know, don't give up, and do what those tasks that are asked of you. Also, coming into the chat room for help. That would work. Another one would be any kind of communication with me. Okay, emailing, texting. You guys have my cell phone. I'll put that on the main page too, my text. You guys know, I've, in all these years, I've never had anybody abuse it. I don't anticipate you guys being the first. So I know you guys are mature enough. If you text me at a time that I can't text, don't feel bad. Like, if I can't text you back, I won't text you back. I just, you know, if I'm asleep or taking a nap, then it's not going to wake me up. Don't feel bad. So, you know, try not to text me at 1 o'clock in the morning, but as long as it's, even if it's after 4 o'clock, I know some teachers are saying, oh, we're cutting you off it. I would rather, if you're working on something, you have a question, just know, you know, like all the time, I will be available for those office hours. And like on the exercises, on big ideas, you can, you know, go and save and exit. You can do half of it. You can move around back and forth, go back and change answers. So you don't have to like answer one, move on, don't get to do it again. All right. Okay, this is the last slide. So we have, you are not Algebra 2, so that doesn't apply to you. You are going to have the scavenger hunt. As soon as we're done here, you should be able to get into that. I will make it public. And it might already be, depending on what time it is. I had it set for 11 o'clock. No, we met at 11, right? 12 o'clock, I think. So, but I will make it public. Tomorrow, check back. I will have that list that I was in the middle of making of all the those 4 tasks plus the quiz. All of that will be available for you starting tomorrow morning. So that is going to be due, and I know it says Sunday. That was my bad. Those are all going to be due. I would like for you to mess around with the scavenger hunt and get that done by Sunday, but all the other stuff is going to be due next Tuesday. Questions, Q&A. Guys still alive?
Yes.
All right, what you got for me? It's weird, like you guys are all muted, which is cool, but then it's weird, like, you know, if I was in the middle of class, I could just push a button and mute you. That would have been like.
I don't know. I don't have a question, but I just didn't know if you wanted us to respond. And then when you were like talking in the middle of your like presentation or whatever, I just didn't want to like talk because I didn't want to be rude and just like interrupt.
No, you're good.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Oh, okay. What, we good? All right. If you have a question, you think of something, let me know. Okay.
Can I say something real fast?
Yeah, I will stay on here. Like, if you guys are want to stay on here, cool. If not, like, if you have a question, I will stay on until the last person leaves. If you need to leave, go ahead. But I will also put the recording on there. So if you missed something I said, but you got to give me until tonight to do that. So yes, go ahead.
I just wanted to say it was like with great power comes great responsibility. That's
Thank you.
Spider-Man.
Thank you. With great power
just needed to say that.
You guys are gonna be my rock star group, I know, and you guys are gonna do awesome with this. You guys are gonna adapt way quicker than your teachers are, right? So just go with it. We are gonna be patient with you if you are patient with us, and so I think there's going to be a lot of, I will get back to you. If you've got a good question, though, there's a lot of stuff that we aren't thinking. And so, you know, like, we don't know all the technology issues that you guys might have and everything like that. So if you're having an issue, you need to let somebody know, because we can help troubleshoot through that. I don't want you to spend 3 hours on trying to figure out how to convert something to a certain file just to upload it. You know what I mean? Like, that's a waste of time. So I'd rather have you reach out and get a hold of somebody.
I'm out.
All right. Peace out,
Okay.
Nate. Anybody else have a question? All right. It was
I have
awesome
one.
seeing you guys. Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to know that's important?
Lots, probably. That I can't think of it at this moment, Yasmin. But I would check back, and if you are seeing, what I would do, the best way that I would make sure that you're getting everything up to date is, there's something in your Canvas. Do you have it on your phone? Do you have a Canvas app?
Yeah.
Okay. You should be able to set it so you get notifications when something changes in one of your classes or gets posted. Make sure you're going in there. That would be the best thing, because that will be our mode of like, okay, we have something new we need to tell you.
Okay.
That makes sense. Like, because I wish there was a way that the only way I could even create some kind of a group me texting type thing, is if I went in and manually entered everyone's cell phone. I can't even run a report like off of Infinite Campus with student cell phones. And so the only way that we have to really get a hold of you guys is through Canvas and email, the school email. That unless you've gone in and had, changed it in the office, it's the school default email. So, all right.
Okay.
Did what I say makes somewhat sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hopefully it's not everything's new to not everybody, so.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna leave.
All right. Sounds good. We'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.